Hey, last night I was going out to mow the lawn, and our neighbor has a robin's nest in their eave. Well, it comes down, there's a downspout, and it's on an angle, and the robin, placed its nest right sort of in the little corner apex, like glued it on to this thing. And it's cool. The babies are there. I got some pictures of it. Rob and I love to, open up the door and see what they're doing. And, the mom gets all chattery and it's like, we're not coming close. We just enjoy seeing the life spring up, right? It's little mouths, their little mouths opening and the noise when Mama and Papa come and give them some worms. Anyways, so I go out last night, and the nest is on the ground, and the big part, and then there's the little tiny cuppy thing that the babies are in. I don't know when it happened, but they were already dead. I went over and I got down with them and I touched them, and they were warm, but I'm pretty sure it's the warmth of the day, because there was ants. Making this more graphic than it needs to be. Anyways, these little birds were gone. And I just felt sick about it. And our neighbor was in the backyard mowing his lawn. And I thought, did he knock it down? Did the wind knock it down? I fretted and fretted about this. I came back in, washed my hands, told Rob about it. The birds are gone. And it bothered me. I really wanted to know last night. And I said, I can't look at him again. Do you mind taking him away? And he was going to do that. By the time he went out, they were gone. So the neighbor had taken them. So I want to share, because this is so interesting. And I thought, okay, do I want to ask, like, just in general? It's like, oh, the birds. And it's like, no, okay, no. I don't want to do any kind of sidestepping to get the story to find out, because I didn't want to. I was already judging them. If they did that, like, how could they? And I have no idea. And then this morning, I was out for a walk, and what occurred to me is that, oh, you know what? Like, if the blackbirds got them, like got the eggs or got the birds, because they will, they're, if the crows did it, the blackbirds, the grackles, the whatever other kind of birds that we have in the neighborhood that eat others' young, I wouldn't be all upset, because I would see that that's nature. It's the cycle of life. And then I thought, so why would I be getting all up in my head about the neighbors potentially, knocking down this nest with these baby birds? Even if it was just eggs, I would feel, well, maybe I wouldn't feel quite what I feel, because I saw them. The same stuff of my experience with the thought of the neighbors knocking it down and killing the birds, and the thought and the thoughts about another bird doing it, getting in there and, eating them up. The experience is coming from the same place. I just have different thoughts about it, different judgments about it, different meaning that I'm making about it. And it's really important to see how the birds were obviously gone for a while. I didn't even know they were gone. I had no thought about it. I didn't feel anything about it till I opened up the door with the anticipation of seeing what the birds are doing before I go out and mow, and then they're gone. So much thinking, so much thought, so much meaning making. It happens all the time. So important to know that my neighbors are good people. I'm sure I don't know them super well, but whether they did something to the birds or not, I actually don't want to know, because I can feel that, yeah, I have some judgment about that. I have some judgment about that. And the good thing to know is that when you have judgment about another, whether it's a person or a situation or whatever, the only one that is suffering is you. Because that's the way it works. That's the way the mind works. They are not feeling what I'm feeling. They are not privy to my thoughts. Even if I shared my thoughts, they probably wouldn't feel this. Well, actually, I have no idea what they would feel about the birds, because maybe they're just as disappointed as I am. Maybe the wind did knock it off that precarious spot. But they would have their own feelings about me sharing, asking, telling them how upset I am about the birds, losing those birds. But it wouldn't be the same as me, because, I'm the only one experiencing it. Just like you're having your own experience right now, hearing me talk about this. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's neutral. Maybe it's just like, what's this girl going on about? Maybe it's, oh my God, I hope those neighbors didn't, because I love robins too. I don't know. Just know that whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, whatever, it's only yours to experience. And I had nothing to do with it. Really. I mean, yes, maybe I was a catalyst for your thoughts, but what you're actually thinking about and feeling as a result of it is all on you. It can take away a lot of conflict, can really drop a lot of conflict in our relationships when we see this. So, yeah. If you ever want to explore this more for yourself and experience more peace and more resilience and less conflict, reach out, email me. Let's have a conversation about it. See what we can do together.